Hello there, everyone. This is Kenneth with, of course, a little thing I wanted to show you all. What's going on right here is I'm going to give you a little commentary on the upcoming, well, the last couple volumes of Catboy at the Con, for those of you who have missed it. Those of you who have not missed it, I just want to say, thank you for all the support, all the great times that we've had with these characters. Now, I'm not saying that I'm stopping the comic. It's just that I wanted to do this for all of you who go on YouTube and actually watch some of the videos, as well as, of course, watch all the other tons of great videos that are out there. So sit back, relax. We'll go through these, and I hope we all, I hope you all have a wonderful day and enjoy this. Okay? Thank you very much. Now, the first one we see here is actually the Catboy at the Con, the first one I started with. We basically started this out as a little thing to myself. Really didn't have much of an idea. Just wanted to do something with Trades himself, adding a few characters like Carl right there. Of course, his little eccentric attitude about everything. But you just gotta love the way it happens. I mean, look at this right here. I mean, I'm kind of sad about how some of the actual artwork is done, but this was actually in the very beginning. I mean, look at how ours is versus here versus the later series. There's me right there, how I looked back in, I think that was 2005. Can't believe it's been so long since that happened. As we went through, I added a few little things like Final Fantasy into the mix, because I'm a big Final Fantasy fan. Really got into Final Fantasy VII, and you'll see it right here once the movie came out. I did get to see the movie exactly when that came out. A buddy of mine actually had gotten that directly from Japan. So I can't believe, honestly, that was my whole enthusiasm right there. At the time, I hadn't gone to a lot of conventions. I was more or less just, one or two a year. Now it's a little bit more than that. I've gotten up to 3. Never really had anything like this, but a friend of mine, we call her Swift Crow, actually decided he should have a love interest, and that's how we came up with Jeddah. It was originally that we were going to have Jeddah and Trades meet up a different way, not really knocking into each other, but they would meet up still at this convention. She would be wearing exactly that. I thought it was interesting to have a bunny girl with a Catboy, and it was kind of interesting. First little side by side thing. In this, it did run a bit fast for their little relationship, but that's how it really started. We had Trades, we had Jeddah. There was, right here, the whole holy crap, someone just said that we are going to be doing something a little bit naughty later. And I did want to toss a little of these in. There wasn't a lot of stuff I could really put into a 3-panel format, but, at the time, and with that, they are just talking. With this right here, this little comic right here, I've actually let this out a little bit more just because it begs some explaining. With Trades' world, you've got 2 different life forms. You've got the actual cat people and the actual humans. With this, Trades is an offspring of both a cat person and an actual human being. With this, that bears some explaining, and I've done this a few times at conventions. With it, you've got 3 ways you can really go. You've got Trades, which is a half-breed, half human, half felinus is what we call it. And then, of course, you've got his brother, which is full-on, it's basically like a type of dwarfism, but he doesn't really get him down. It's a very rare thing. And then you get his sister, which is full-on cat girl. A lot of people didn't know about that when we first started it. It was one of those little things that came up much later, because a lot of people asked, well, what if his older brother is older than him? Why isn't he taller? Why isn't he more like Trades? Why isn't his sister more like him? The whole little kit caboodle, so to speak. But it was just one of those little fun things that we got to think up of. That I got to think up of. I like to say we because each character is just a part of myself and a few people of my life. Trades, Hours, Carl, they're all basically little bits of myself that I've tossed in. A lot of people have noticed that keeps on, and of course it's this duality of the mind that always helps out. But we'll go and continue on with this, where we start up with the little continuation of Trades and Carl, how they're really trying to get together, and well, the little additional things for the convention. First time Trades gets, well, second time really, but first time we really spent a lot of time on it, of him getting locked up. And a lot of people wonder, well, why did I put this in here? Why is this something that would be put in? One is, of course, it's a Catboy. I've done, a little bit of polls whenever I go to convention, and they constantly say, what would you do if you had a Catboy? Only one person have ever said anything different. That was Jenny Breeden of Devil's Panties. And she said that she would want him to do yard work, paint her house and such. Everybody else says I would lock him up in the basement and keep him for myself, which it's kind of scary, but at the same time very funny, because that's my audience. I love you guys. You guys are awesome. In this one, we find out that Carl does, care about his friends. Trades. It's something that he shows that he will really do anything for his friend. Um, you know, he will, even though of course he put him in all these terrible situations, you get to see him. Now I didn't bring this up, but you did get to see Tess, an old girlfriend of Trades, which will come up later in the series as well. She's just one of those, I kind of draw off her from a character in my past as well. Not as bad as her. She's actually a great person, funny to be around with. It's just that, I'm sorry, Bree, you got put into a comic, so but she was all right with it. She actually liked the fact that it's Trades and Tess. This is Sarah. Sarah's actually, that in that last panel, Sarah's actually a ghost that I brought into into the actual comic. Why bring a ghost into a comic, you may ask? Well, at the time, I still believe it, but the house that I live in is haunted, so thought, hey, maybe this will keep her from stealing or ripping anything out in my room or destroying anything. This is a little tangent that I tossed in. Just thought it would be great. Trades in the other world. You get Kryn, Gestalt, and of course the evil queen, Tesla. When I first did this, I thought this was just going to be something real quick, something easy, something I wasn't going to spend a lot of time on. But honestly, you find the greatest storylines where you don't know where, you don't really know where you're going to get your storylines sometimes, especially me, where I don't really have a script. But with this right here, this kind of cements more of Trades' relationship. Little fourth wall breaking right here. Didn't really put myself into the strip until much later, but still with this you get to see Trades and Jetta together, punishment of Hours right there, and a little bit more with Sarah, but this is more or less just the cementing more of their relationship in itself. And towards the end you basically, everything kind of comes together, and that's about it for volume 1. This in itself came out to be a great actual first volume. It was actually on sale on Parisian Press. Unfortunately, it didn't sell very well, but you know what? You got to do with what you got to do with. I will be making other videos like this. Hope you guys enjoy them. Until then, hope you enjoy the ending music we got running in the background here. Okay? Guys, have a great day. Bye.